Hello my friends and welcome back. It's episode 49. So I got a couple of little minor adjustments to my broad strokes that I did earlier. I was looking at this and I realized that there's no bridge here. The bridge is here. Or it's here, I should say, and this is part of the town. So I'm going to move this up here. They cannot realistically attack across here into this anti-aircraft gun, but putting this here gives me a better position to attack next turn. This artillery piece, well, it's an anti-tank team. There's really nowhere else for it to go except down, so since it can move one space, it might as well move one space. Then I was also looking at I got some artillery on the hill here to aggress onto this position to help just push it. And I feel like this one can either come down or come forward. Maybe not here because we could get a unit that just runs up here. Since the AI has shown that it is quite happy to just run at you like an absolute idiot, so maybe just park here with the other artillery pieces on the hill. And then up here, Team Blue, which is going this way. This is all cliff here. So from this minor road, from here all the way along to this point here, which is blocked by this group, this is all unassailable cliff. So there shouldn't be anything there. So I should be clear to move these blue team units up. And I don't think I was resting them. They got plenty of vigor from what I can tell. So it makes sense to just... I do need to cover here in case a unit comes up here. Red team will be clearing this and then coming here. So this position only needs to be held by blue team for a short time while red comes in to take position. Whereas obviously we've got Team Black running along the bottom and the main road. Team Turquoise running along this kind of area. And so Team Red should be blocking this bottom bit. And then Team Blue is making the push to get started on taking this road. Because once I hit here and I start making a front line here, I'm not going to push forward. It's probably my first time making this clear. But once I reach here, I'm just going to block here, and I'm going to just take this road all the way up, and I'm just going to stop pushing forward. Because there isn't enough supplies and fuel to actually run the whole army. There's basically enough supplies and fuel to run 3/4 of the army. Maybe 60% of the army, especially since I haven't lost a huge amount of units. So it actually makes sense to just stop, be happy with the amount of territory I've taken, and to just stockpile supplies and reinforcements while securing the weaker areas than it does to just keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. I get it, if you keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, you might break the Americans completely, but I was looking at the supply depot, and if you look here, we've got 27,000 points spare, 65,000 in, and 83,000 out. So if you take in versus out, and you minus those two from each other, you get 18. So I'm losing 18,000 supply per turn. Compared to what I can get, which is you know, a huge, you know, this is a serious deficit which I can only hold for one more turn. Although you do have to remember, on the night turn, I probably will do very little fighting. And then the fuel in situation is worse. So you can see fuel in 35,000, okay. 87,000 in reserve, so there is plenty in reserve. Well, not plenty, but a reasonable amount. But 64,000 went out last turn. That is a difference of 29,000. So the drain on the reserves is pretty serious. So they're just... The bottom line is there just isn't enough resources coming in to pay for, to cover the amount being used. I thought I also found a unit that I hadn't moved, that a reserve unit. Not all the way up there. Oh, here it is. There was a unit here that I missed. Did I remove the... Yeah, I did. I removed the stabs from it to reinforce the HQ. So this one, I need to actually put it in move mode. And off we go. I'm going to send this one up here towards this tank. Many of these reinforcement units that I have, containing large amounts of reinforcements, are basically all coming down this road, down this major road, and then they're going to cut across or just go up and down to come and reinforce this area. Right. With those, okay, one other minor adjustment. Move the HQ onto the town. This unit's going to come forward. I realised I don't have to guard here because this is unassailable cliff. The enemy could not get supply all the way up here. Maybe they could move a unit across this low ground and then push up, but that's not going to happen. Let's be realistic. That's the kind of thing a human would do, but not the AI. So anyway, those are my little adjustments. 8 minutes to just do little adjustments. Right, let's focus on the next part of the front. This is reloading. This is an anti-tank team, so this should be pushed up. So is this. Did I, like, split these apart? And this is what's left of the wagon column, right? Let's merge these units together. Okay. We'll worry about that unit later, but actually didn't make any sense to have it split apart. I guess I could use the wagons and go back for the artillery, but I'm not going to. Okay, speaking of artillery... these have got 19 range, so they can actually reach very far. But I think the time has come to start moving these up. Especially as the front line snakes forward. Sit this on the hill. It's an ideal position. Can't quite reach the hill, but the town is fine. This is also a good move because these units are now on the road, on the medium road instead of on the dirt road. He could actually get there if he had fuel. Funnily enough. Right, these guys have been encircled for turn after turn after turn, so they should just crumble. Okay, he did not crumble, but he will. Fine, I didn't want to go at this with every unit I have, but here we go. Okay, capitulation, they're done. He just needed just slightly bit more of a push. So these guys down here have also not seen supply for a while. Really? No AP? Speed. Okay, that'll do. That'll be enough to, I think, get him involved. Nope. Gutted. Do I have anything available to just make these guys miserable? It's out of range. Only 10 of the guns reach. That's not worth it for this is a major artillery piece. Is that the one? The 26th? Range 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. This is too far away from the front line. That's fine. I kind of don't want to. Kind of want units available to take care of this little group down here, because I don't have these guys encircled even though their supply is bad. Let's go with this. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. Only 6 units lost, 4 of which were transports. One of the teams capitulated and the other one ran. This probably would force a surrender. Nope, I actually lost a unit there and didn't get any in return. He's in range of this. It's actually got a couple of shots. Hey, I got a tank. That was worth it. Okay, this is not a great position for this to be. I actually should do something about this. How much to move here? 22. Got a speed card? No. Okay, alright, let's just leave it like that for now. Alright, let's hit them from all directions. And they were destroyed. They fought to the last man. Damn. Okay, 4 for 4. Okay, I need to get rid of this little group that's behind my lines here. But I have no realistic way to do that right now. This unit is still effectively caught in a pin. No! Ah, I can't take it. Ah, I'm gonna have to wait for the patch, aren't I? I'm just gonna have to wait for the patch. Oh, it's gutting. You know what? I'm just gonna have to put this campaign on hold and pick it back up again once the patch comes out. As I said, the developer did manage to replicate this crash that keeps on happening to me on his own computer. So I'm going to say that this campaign is on hold until maybe February. And I'm going to switch to the sponsored campaign, and we'll pick this back up again once the patch is out, because I'm tired of repeating myself. When I was young and games were like unstable back in the day, you were just passionate about games and you were there. Like if you ever played SimCity 4, you had like an alarm set to save your game every 10 minutes because the game was unstable. But you loved it. You loved the game. And then occasionally you would play for like an hour and it would crash and you'd be like, ah! And eventually it does get to you. But back then, I was more robust, more resistant to it. But no, I can't. I can't do it. I must have lost about 4 or 5 hours worth by now to this. Answers on a postcard as to how many episodes had a crash in that resulted in me having to repeat the episode. But it was at least 3 or 4, I think. So anyway, no, we gotta wait for the patch. I thought by just playing slowly and cautiously I wouldn't trigger it, but here we go. I suppose I should be lucky I only lost... I lost like 16 minutes. Still sucks. But it is what it is. We have to wait for the patch, and hopefully this problem will be resolved. I might also ask the dev as to whether it's possible to save the game, make an auto save or something before combat. Maybe like every 10 minutes or something. Because it's all this is it. It's always happening on combat. Something about combat that triggers this crash. Interestingly, on this occasion, it wasn't a giant stack of units. It was just one. So I don't know. But anyway, that's it for now. This campaign is on hold until the patch comes out. So I'll probably pick it back up in sometime in March, once the patch is in and I know that it's fixed this problem. So that is it for now. I'm going to switch to a different campaign after you watch this episode, and this will reappear once this problem is fixed, because it's a great game. It's otherwise a great game, but this is driving me bonkers. So, you know, as I've said many times before, the real hope is that it will get fixed because it got replicated. The issue got replicated. So, okay. Yeah, it's, you know, I hope you guys are enjoying this campaign despite this, and I hope to pick it back up again very soon.